welcome to a new month. We are on August 1st, and I have been MIA for almost a month now. I actually got COVID for the third time, sort of at the end of June, started feeling bad, and I still don't feel great. If you have been with me for a while, you know I have a whole host of medical stuff that is super complicated by COVID. So I didn't even wig up for you guys today. I still really don't have a whole lot of energy, but I'm feeling better enough that I wanted to kind of get back into things. So the last month, in terms of like eating, I haven't felt like really eating too much. I went through all the rest of the freezer meals that I had made, and then I pretty much lived off of canned soup, nectarines, and mandarins. That was just what I wanted. And that was pretty much every day once I started eating again. And with all the autoimmune stuff, it just has kicked me for a loop. So I have normally I weigh once a day, twice a day sometimes if I'm having inflammation issues, and I wasn't even mildly tracking what it was because I just didn't care. But the canned soup was not the best idea. I've said this before. There's a lot of preservatives in there and a lot of sodium in there, and it was just, I needed to do what I could do, and that was it. So I had a whole lot of inflammation gains at the beginning of the month, a lot of poof. I think there was by probably mid-July, I was 22 and a half pounds up in inflammation. I definitely was not eating enough for it to be 22 pounds of fat, but you know, my body doesn't care. And so when I got on the scale last week on Thursday, was the first, today's Monday, to kind of just check in, and I hadn't in a while, I was surprised that I had lost most of that inflammation. I'm still carrying some of it, but it's, you know. And so when I got on the scale today, I didn't know what to expect, because I still don't feel particularly well, but I knew that I hadn't been meeting my calorie target all month. So I kind of thought that maybe that inflammation and lower calories was going to balance out into some kind of loss. But anyway, okay. Blah, blah, blah. This is what happened. All right, here we go. Rock on. Whew, after this month, very, very happy with that. All right, so rock on. I am pleasantly surprised, I guess. So where does that put me now? My next mini goal, just little mini goal, is to get out of the 240s, which I have been arguing with the 240s and 250s all year. And, you know, I got down, and then March, I think, I have to look at the little chart, but that was when I put on the 22 pounds, it still took me forever to get back off. So the first mini goal is 239, and let's see, I might pull that off next month. I don't know. We'll see. It would be nice. It would be nice if I could nail that next month. Then the next after that is 223, which will be 75 pounds down. So that's my next two little goals. Not a whole lot is going to change. Well, that's not true. Especially since being sick. But even before that, I've talked about it a little bit before, that my heart rate and blood pressure have been problems, and I have to be very careful. Like, walking from here out to my car was putting my heart rate in the 140s. And so I've been on really restricted activity for a long time. And there's like this fine line between not doing too much, but doing enough to push myself enough to build my stamina up. And I haven't found that balance. I'm really struggling with that. So I live rurally, and my mailbox is at the, like, I have a, it's not hugely long, but I mean, my mailbox isn't like right at my door. So, and it's, when I'm coming back from it, it's uphill. And that has given me problems this year a lot, just walking to the mailbox. But I had a big, you know, those plastic water collection tanks, like, I don't know how many gallons it is, but the big white plastic water collection tanks. I bought one of those to use as a bin to put my trash in, to keep the stray dogs and things out of it, so that I could get a trash pickup service instead of having to drive to the landfill every week. And that is down at the end of the road. So I have set a goal to go to the mailbox, you know, take any trash or boxes or whatever I have down and put them in the bin, and like do that once a day without huffing and puffing like a freight train. Because I live out here in the sticks, and if I were to fall, I live by myself, so I have to be careful because it's a gravel drive. I don't have great balance. I think I just need to take my cane and go as slowly as I can. And so I did it the last 3 days just to kind of give myself a baseline of where I was, and it's okay. You know, I know that you guys that are rocking out 10 and 15 and 20,000 steps, it sounds stupid for me to say, hey, my goal is that I'm going to try and walk to my mailbox every day, but you got to meet yourself where you are, and that's where I am. So one thing that I did discuss with my doctor, we had originally had me on 1,500 calories, but she said with my activity being as little as it is, and it has been, that she wants me to reduce that, at least for now, to basically a wheelchair equivalent. So from today, well, actually from when I talked to her a couple of weeks ago, she wants me to do 1,200. So you'll see a change from the 1,500 I was doing previously to 1,200 for the foreseeable future, until my activity gets to a point where, you know, we raise those calories accordingly. So eating's not going to change. It's just less calories. So a lot of things will be more veggie centered, and I'm still doing the reduced 35% carbs for insulin resistance. So that stays the same. Calories have dropped. I have set myself an activity goal. That's about it. Oh, the only other thing is that I've mentioned before that I was going to try and start a Kitchen Adventures series, and I was setting up a little filming station and things like that. And I've had everything here for a while, and I just haven't had the ability or energy to kind of get it set up. But I was messing around with that this morning, and other than the fact that the lighting's not particularly great, I am going to start filming there. So my first What I Eat in a Day, I'm actually going to start that. I'm going to do some brunch here shortly, and that will be filmed there. So I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out, because it'll be a fun change, and I hope that it turns out well. We'll see. I don't know. I have this vision of how it's going to work in my head, but the practicalities of it might be a little different. But yeah, I think that's everything. I know that it's been a whole month, but really I was sick for so much of it that nothing was happening. So that's kind of it. And I will see you for a bunch of upcoming videos. Gonna get back to cooking from today, and I don't know, let's see what this month holds, and hopefully I can nail that 239 by the end of the month, which I mean, dropping my calories to 1200, it should do it. So let's see. I hope you guys had a fantastic month. So if you have anything exciting going on, let me know in the comments. Tell me how your weigh-in went. If you have anything going on in your life that you want to share, rock on. I'm here. All right. I will see you guys later. Bye.